So as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, Ventus is in my opinion the most likely character to get his own Kingdom Hearts game. Why do I think that? Well, if I remember correctly, I believe that Nomura said that between Cage Missing Link and Cage 4, there would be a non-numbered title. And as far as we know, since Missing Link won't be a Ventus focused game, I'm kind of going to speculate that this could maybe, just maybe, be a Ventus focused game. And if I was to take another wild guess, I think that it would be a game centered again about his backstory. And if that was the case, I'm kind of hoping for a direct prequel to Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, which would act as an awesome lead into Kingdom Hearts 4. The story in this alleged game could be centered around possibly how he even came to be, but we kind of got that in the Key Saga, but not really. So if you want to see more videos like this one, go ahead and drop a subscribe. Harder than Ventus drops Strelitzia. Okay, that might have been a bit too dark. Maybe it could even be about his time under Xehanort, leading right up to the events of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep itself, when Ventus meets Terra and Aqua and he becomes Ericus's apprentice. The reason I think Square would even go through with making such a game is because through the Key Saga and everything that we learned about Ventus, all of this could possibly have been a bit of a setup for a full story centered around Ventus. And Square is no stranger to things like that, as we know in Cage 2, where we start off as Roxas, knowing nothing about who this kid is. Looking at it retrospectively, the prologue of Cage 2 was likely that. A setup for what was to come in 358 Days, which was a prequel to Cage 2, of course, released roughly 3.5 years later, where Roxas's story would be expanded upon and the entire story of the game would revolve solely around him, meaning that this new quote-unquote Ventus game would not be the first time that Square would do such a thing where they make a prequel released after a numbered title or before one, where it would not be centered around Sora. And considering how much character development Ven has had from Birth by Sleep and throughout the Key Saga, and I guess you could count Cage 3, but he didn't do much there. I don't think Square would just do all of that with him in the Key Saga just to throw it all away and do nothing with it. That would be a really big waste. And seeing what they did with Ventus since he was introduced, at least to me, the Key Saga where he appears seems like a setup for Ventus's own game slash story. And with myself being overall a fan of his story, especially in Birth by Sleep, I would definitely be glad to see Ventus get his own game. But as I sometimes say, all we can do is wait. Also, please don't take anything I said in this video as guaranteed. Precisely none of this stuff is guaranteed that I just talked about, and it's all speculation. With that said, thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, as it helps out a lot. Until the next video stream, bye bye.